Parliament of Kenya.
An election observation team from the Forum of Parliaments of the International Conference on the Great Lakes region is in Kigali, and today they held a session of orientation ahead of the 2024 presidential election slated to be held on the 15th of July. There are three contenders in the Rwandan Presidential election 2024, and one of them is the incumbent Paul Kagame. Frank Habineza is one of the contenders from the Green Party in this presidential race, and he contested in the 2017, then lost elections, but he was later given a parliamentary seat, and that is in accordance to the Rwandan laws that provides for some positions, especially to those who have lost the election and they have garnered a certain number of votes. Another contender in the race is Philip Mpayimana, who is vying as an independent, and was part of the 2017 general election where he contested for presidency but lost, and has currently been working with the Ministry of Unity and Civic Engagement. And according to the forum's observation team, there are do's and don'ts during this exercise.
Our main work is to observe what is happening, and this means that when you are going to you are doing our work, you are basically supposed to concentrate on observation. For instance, during the time of elections, we are not supposed to interfere with the people, the officials who are conducting the elections, asking them unnecessary questions, and even the people who may be voting. Our work is to observe and see what is happening. If there is a crisis or a challenge that comes up and the people are there and they request you to try to intervene, you stay off from that, because that is not a part of our mandate. We can only report that to the authorities.
According to the National Electoral Commission of Rwanda, there are 9.5 million registered voters in Rwanda who are going to participate in the coming election, and the observation team is going to be spread into groups so that at the end of their findings they have representative facts.
And good enough accessibility here, there is enough accessibility, so we expect to divide ourselves into groups of about 3 to 4, and then we send out people to the different districts.
Moses Frank Moyo from the Zambian Parliament is heading the team that is going to be observing the election.
The heads of states and government of the Great Lakes region committed themselves to promoting democracy, good governance, and human rights. In addition, the ICGLR Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance compels member states to commit to the promotion of the universal values and principles of democracy, good governance, human rights, and the right to development. The provision in the protocol will guide our observer mission during the 2024 Rwanda's general elections in accordance with the relevant international provisions.
In 2017, the forum was in Rwanda to carry out the same mission of observing elections, and they made some recommendations, and therefore we asked to know what are some of the good and bad that they found out during that election.
One thing that struck us with the Rwanda's election, which many people still talk about, in the Rwanda election is not a tug of war, it is a celebration. You go to polling stations, you find they are decorated. I don't want to preempt the observers. It's not like where you would go and then you find people are fighting and all that. So that was a good practice that we noticed. There are areas that we needed improvement here and here, like accessibility to some of the people who could not easily access. That was in the past, but that has been improved.
The election observers from the forum are also going to be looking at how the media in Rwanda covers elections in terms of giving equal opportunity and time to all candidates who are vying for the same seat. The observers from the forum are going to be meeting the National Electoral Commission tomorrow, and they're going to be finding out on how the electoral body is prepared to carry out credible and transparent elections on the 15th of July. Sudhir Byaruhanga, NTV, Kigali.